In life, we are forced to make some difficult choices, but video games are no different. In fact, some of the decisions we have to make change the course of the story for better or for worse. Welcome to SegmentNext, and today we list 18 difficult choices to make in video games. Also, spoiler alert. Number 18. Lambert from Splinter Cell. In Double Agent, close friend and longtime mainstay of the franchise, Lambert gets captured by the enemy, and it's up to you to make a difficult decision. Either kill Lambert to keep your cover protected, or save him and risk blowing your cover. Which is more important, your friends or your career? Number 17. Wear it or toss it from Fable. The Fable series all hinges on moral choices, but the original Fable offered a very tempting choice during the endgame. After slaying the dragon form to Jack of Blades, you are given a brief moment to either wear the mask and obtain all of its powers, or
cast it into the fire! Destroy it!
Number 16. Human or non-human in Radiata Stories. Tri-Ace's Radiata Stories is just another example of the many amazing RPGs available on PS2. Around halfway through the main story, the main character Jack is forced to make a choice. He can side with either the humans or non-humans. The two paths offer a variety of different locations, bosses, and party members, but they all lead up to tragic endings, all centering around a very badass final boss. Number 15. Who kills Duck in The Walking Dead? In Telltale's The Walking Dead, Kenny's son Duck gets bitten by a zombie, and the cast is forced to make a difficult decision. Kenny's wife, Kaja, will take matters into her own hands regardless of the choice you make, but she'll end up killing herself, and you'll be left with the choice of either having Kenny take out Duck or pulling the trigger yourself. Number 14. Golden Butterfly in L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire has a variety of gut-wrenching cases, but none of them are as bad as the Golden Butterfly. In this case, you have to convict the murderer of a woman, and you're stuck between her husband and a pedophile. Although the pedophile seems unlikely, you're pressured into convicting him. The bummer? Neither of them are the real killer. Number 13. Geth or Quarians in Mass Effect 3. We've already discussed the false choices that make up the ending for Mass Effect 3, but choosing which race to exterminate during the war, the Geth or the Quarians, is another story entirely. This isn't really a black and white scenario, and there will be repercussions for whoever you pick, so you might as well pick your poison of preference. Number 12. Civil War in Skyrim. Skyrim is still being milked for its worth to this day, with upcoming ports in the woodworks, but need I remind you that the game forces you to make a choice that's as critical as Team Iron Man or Team Captain? That's right, the Civil War. No matter the side you choose though, the story really won't change all that much. Number 11. Torture Metal Gear Solid. In the first Metal Gear Solid, there's a point where Liquid tortures Solid Snake for information on Meryl. You can spill her info right then and there and get her killed, or put up with the suffering. It all depends on how much stress you're willing to put your thumb through. That's right, you gotta button mash or Meryl dies. Number 10. Little Sisters in Bioshock. Bioshock is a game that offers instant gratification, or great rewards for a patient player. It all boils down to the type of player you are, and if you can handle the deaths of little girls. These little sisters do contain Adam after all, which will give you an advantage in combat, but if you're patient you'll get those same benefits later on without having to kill them. But can you wait that long? Number 9. Soldier or Civilian Spec Ops. Wow, what a game. You're given the choice to spare the troops, die yourself, or make the noble sacrifice. Number 8. Fate of the Drug Dealer, Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain loves to raise the stakes once you surpass that absolute borefest of an opening. At one point, you'll be asked to kill a drug dealer in hopes of finding your son. The decision becomes much harder to make when you find out that the drug dealer has children himself. Ouch, knowing that, can you really pull the trigger? Number 7. Doctors or Girlfriend, Infamous. As Spock once said, the need for the many outweigh the need of the few. And Infamous puts you through that test for the ending. You gotta save your girlfriend or the world. Which will you choose? Number 6. Yennefer or Triss in The Witcher 3. Protagonist Geralt is given one grueling choice to make when he's constantly tempted between staying faithful to his wife Yennefer or betting the flirtatious Triss. It's very rare for a video game to properly display the complexities of relationships, but The Witcher 3 manages to pull it off. Number 5. Kill your friends or go home. Far Cry 3. If you're unsure as to what the whole theme of Far Cry 3 is, well, you haven't been really paying attention. Still, once the final act starts to play, you're left with a crucial choice, but to me, it's really a no-brainer. Even before I discovered how shitty the kill friends ending was, I felt inclined to save them. I guess that's just the kind of player I am. Number 4. Pacifist or Genocide in Undertale. Undertale is a game that I highly suggest trying out as far away from the internet as possible. The amount of bullying towards how one plays this game is almost enough to avoid it entirely. Of course, you'll be missing out on some complex moral choices. Kill the monsters or spare them. That's all you have to do, but the amount of detail that goes into it is astounding. You can spare every single one and get a very touching ending, or slay them all and then realize that at the end of it, you're gonna have a bad time. Number 3. Tenpenny Tower, Fallout 3. Wow, what a nice place. How does one possess a suite here, you might ask? Oh, just have an atomic bomb explode at Megaton. Sure, you'll cost the lives of thousands, but hey, at least you'll gain possession, right? Number 2. Kenny or Jane, The Walking Dead Season 2. Another entry from The Walking Dead, and this one in particular is the toughest telltale decision of them all. In one instance, Kenny and Jane will get into a brutal scuff, and you'll be given the opportunity to shoot and kill Kenny or let him kill Jane. These are two great characters, so it's not an easy choice to make. Number 1. Chloe in Life is Strange. This game can get downright depressing. Sure, you have the ability to manipulate time, but this all comes at a huge cost. Life is Strange all revolves around the butterfly effect, and saving Chloe from being shot has a dire effect on the rest of Arcadia Bay. What sucks more is that Chloe does not deem her own life to be more important than the rest of Arcadia Bay. Regardless of what you choose, I doubt you'll have a dry eye by the time the credits roll. And there we go. What difficult choices did you have to make in a video game? Comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching.